Hi friends. If you click to check out the new love story collection from NATASHA DENONA, then please keep on watching. Hi, I'm Alicia. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. And if you are returning, well, thank you for visiting me again. Kinky Sweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a fitness professional who loves things, all movement and beauty. If you want to check out what I do in between the makeup, so you can head over to my Instagram. This stuff just came in the mail and I ordered it during like a 48-hour flash opportunity sale. I got the bundle, and to quickly go over what currently is now available on Natasha's site, it says here that the collection is slated to release on January 28th. So you could pre-order now. You have the mini love story full collection, which is what I bought the bundle for $80. And of course you could get the mini love ultimate gift box, $95, but I thought, you know what, the bundle is fine. I got too many boxes, okay? Therefore, because this package arrived today, this video will be a first impressions, and I will revisit these products for the duration of the month. Maybe they'll appear in my monthly favorites, in rehearsal studio, or on stage. We shall find out and see. This is the first item in the Love collection. We have the Love Cheek Duo Cream Blush and Highlighter. The color of the box is just beautiful. The Mini Love Palette and the I Need a Nude lipstick. I have the Love palette on standby, one of her midi size palettes. This was hit or miss for a lot of people, but I have it out here to compare the shades from the Mini Love. And of course, much like what we experienced from, where is it? I have it here. The NATASHA DENONA Love Glow palette that released with the Love palette that I just showed, a size comparison. This is, I believe, a new size for the Mini Cheek Duo palettes, which I actually like. I appreciate the fact that she's downsizing a little bit. I mean, if we want to get real granular about it, we got different snow globe sequins here. So this is more silver, and this is more like, is this like unicorn skin with the hearts? Very pretty. The new duo size compact is the same size actually as a single size highlighter compact or one of her super glows or blush compacts. Again, looking at $42. Oh, look at here, made in Italy. A suggested shelf life of 18 months. The cream blush weighs in at 8.5 grams or 0.3 ounces, and the Glow Impact powder 6 grams or 0.21 ounces. Reading from Natasha's website what it is: inspired by the midi size love story collection, which we just saw, Andy has paired her ever coveted cream blush from the Diamond and Blush Glow palette in shade Daria, this one right here, with a new shade of her iconic highlighting impact powder, a warm pinkish duochrome that shifts from pink to champagne. We love that. Cream blush is a rich and creamy texture that gives cheeks a flush of color, formulated with a powder soft finish for long wearing, natural luminosity. Okay, getting some notes on the texture. Glow Impact powder is a gel powder texture that fuses to skin for wow, for a polished, radiant high shine. What it does, the cream blush is formulated to be rich and creamy, compact formula that melts into skin and blends evenly and seamlessly for immediate homogeneity. Homogeneity. How do you say that word?
Homogeneity.
Homogeneity. I was completely off. And the Glow Impact powder, purely luminous veil, wears like silk with a lightweight and seamless application. Due to its advanced smoothing technology, imperfections are hidden as skin is optically smooth and retextured. Okay, more notes on the cream blush: featherweight, buildable, long-lasting formula, brightly pigmented yet silky skin finish, no oil sensation, and ultra-light ester emollient. Okay. Why don't we put on some foundation real quick? That's better. I applied the Shiseido Radiant Lifting in Maple, which I have been really liking. Chantecaille Real Skin Plus 5 under the eyes. Why don't you come in a little closer? That's enough. Here's a close-up of the products. We can swatch Daria from the Diamond and Glow, but quickly so you can see the consistency here. This is a pink coral shade. I mean, that is really smooth, but I can definitely detect that powdery soft feel without feeling dry. And here is the Glow Impact powder, duochrome pink to champagne shift. Yep, that's accurate. Rolling into the Daria Diamond and Blush palette, I believe this is the shade that is supposed to be the same. I have to say, however, I think this one leans a little more truer pink, and this has a little more coral. And dare I say that the one from Diamond and Blush is a little drier in feel. I do believe the cream blush in the current Mini Love Cheek Duo has a little more emolliency to it upon first feel, but I immediately detect more of a powder dry down once it comes in contact with the skin. So I'm really excited to see how that translates on a cheek application, like for real, for real. I didn't set the foundation or concealer because Natasha likes to work on a more emollient base when layering highlighters. For instance, if we were to hop into her original Love Glow Cheek palette, she will apply the Glow Cream base first and then maybe a highlighter on top. Let's apply the highlighter first. Ooh, you can see that beautiful shift. Look how lovely that looks. Rougher brush, I forgot the number, I'm so sorry. This is a goat hair brush, which I feel a little more successful in picking up these gel to powder textures out from a pan. Even its smaller compact size, I still do think a reasonably sized mirror, considering. Let's whip that onto the skin. I can definitely pick up more of the champagne on the first application, and this is my third time applying, and that actually looks very nice. I don't know if I love it more than her I Need a Nude Glow. I think that formula has a little more shine, but it doesn't have any pink in it, which probably why that champagne shade has a little more gleam to it. But I do like the texture. Up close, you can still see my pores. And again, I don't shave my face, so maybe I'm not the best candidate, or maybe I am for this type of a product. I think it's more so the reflectivity of the powder is going to make it look smoother. But if you're going to go in up close, I don't think it's going to have any significant impact in smoothing out your skin. It could also be the foundation that I'm using. So this is why I want to experiment with this on different foundations, different concealers, because I think that's how you figure out what the best combination is for your skin type. I do want to go on the other side with my Koyudo fan brush, which I really love for just lightweight application of highlight. This is going to be significantly lighter in the blend. It's not going to pick up as much because this is a goat hair and squirrel blend. It's a softer bristle, so it's not going to pick up as much as like a goat hair brush, but I think particularly helpful if you're not looking to apply a lot of highlighter on your face, but you just want enough to create that glow on the cheekbones. I do really like the color. I think the color is beautiful. Again, I'm looking forward to trying this with different complexion products. Using Wayne Goss's artist brush, which are now sold individually, yay, going over the Koyudo application, and I'm getting a little more from this brush for sure, and I do detect the pink when I'm looking straight forward, and upon turning my head, you can then pick up the champagne. So if you don't want this area of your face to look pink, I would highly suggest you maybe put this on more closer to the apples of your cheeks, perhaps over the cream, which we will now move into. We could go in with fingers first on this side. Ooh, that's pink. I do feel this is more of a cooler pink than perhaps what exists in her Love Glow palette. Definitely more of like, I equate this to like a winter pink. It's definitely not as warm tone as the one that exists in her Citrus Diamond and Blush palette. To quickly compare, this is the cream blush base from this palette, and you see there's a lot more highlight there in the finish. And the Glow Impact powder from the same palette, if we were to compare it to the New Love, it has a little more pink, where the Mini Love definitely is pulling more champagne. And let's see how this application does with a brush. Taking my Isom T47 brush, tapping it into the pan, and punching that color onto my cheeks. I think either tool will work, whether with fingers or with a brush or even with a sponge. I haven't used sponges in a very long time, therefore I'm not including them in this demo, only because in a real life situation I wouldn't use them. But I do think either will work, and I can detect a little bit of a at least satin dry down with this cream blush. I do like how it lays on my skin. I could only imagine if I lightly set how that will better smooth out my pores here, but you know, I have the pores, okay? I don't expect a makeup product to completely eliminate them. I do realize maybe I have to apply a primer of some sort that will help impact the texture, but I just kind of like, I relinquish to the fact that this is how my skin is and it's okay. I do want to tap on a little bit of the Glow Cream Base from the Love Cheek palette, as I really do, and you know, shame on me for not using this enough, because I do feel this a beautiful color. In my initial review, I wasn't crazy about it because these other textures I thought were really tricky to work with for like a daily friendly blush look, but when combined with the Love Cheek duo, I think it's a really beautiful combination. And ultimately, I would combine all the highlighters that I have. I would go in with the I Need a Nude Glow, excuse me, and just over whatchamacallit, the Love Cheek. I think that's really nice. If we wanted to apply the Glow Impact powder over the cream blush, I think it definitely brings forward more of that pink shift, considering the pink foundation from the Daria shade. And I just wanted to make note, this size isn't new to NATASHA Denona. I think it's more so what's new is that we get a cream and a powder product in this size of a compact, because she does have her blush and highlighter duos that were always a part of her line, but this is new in terms of having the cream and the powder, and I think it a little more economical for someone who is not going to get down with all 4 textures and shades like found in her, if I could freaking find it, my gosh, in her Love Glow palette. You're looking at 1 cream product and 3 different textured powders, and for someone who's like, I just want the cream blush and the highlighter, this is perfect. I would love to see more of these compact combinations from NATASHA. Looking forward to her next release in this format. Now the piece de resistance, the Mini Love palette, which I believe includes all new shades. If I'm not mistaken, let's confirm that. This retails for $25. And yes, a range of 5 new ultra pigmented pink and purple tone shadows, and perfect for Valentine's Day. How nice of you. Inspired by the limited edition midi size Love eyeshadow palette made with ND's iconic formulas, cream matte, metallic, and duochrome. All right. You are my true love. So very Marc Jacobs beauty of her. And excuse me, didn't go over the product details. Shame on you. A suggested shelf life of 24 months. Also made in Italy. 0.5 grams a piece per pan, or 0.028 ounces per pan. Packaged in the same like hot pink metallic. And ooh, look what we have here. I love that they made the palette base the same pink metallic color, and you have a magnetic clear top that just closes seamlessly, and you have the ridges here to open carefully. And here are the shades. First up, we have a mauve rose gold. Oh, that's pretty. A matte antique lilac. That is giving me paranormal vibes from Pat's Levine Rose. A matte aubergine deep eggplant. That feels relatively smooth. I'm excited for that one. True. A metallic icy pink pastel. And last we have Love. A metallic warm medium pink. These are my shades. I love rosy tone mauves in the aubergines, fam. Really excited to also discover that these are all new shades. And the one shade that has me thinking about if it's similar or not from Love, throwing things everywhere, maybe Trust and Commitment. So this is Trust. feel that's a little more purple. Commitment is the creamy matte, which I think leans a little more similar. I think a little more plum than Aubergine. Giving is giving me the You vibes from this shade. Ooh, but I think Giving is a little more pink. That definitely is a little more mauve. There's no lilac shade that exists in the Love palette. I think these are fairly different enough for you to get both if you already have Love. But maybe if you didn't love all 15 shades in here, or you just thought 15 shades was overdoing it, then the Mini Love might be something for you to consider buying. I have been testing Danessa's Invisible Eyeshadow Base, which is what I'll be using for this demonstration. Liking the skin, how it's looking, fam. What do you think down below? A quick note about Natasha's mini palettes. They have been hit or miss. I believe the favorites are Mini Nude, Mini Glam, I think is a favorite, Mini Gold, as well as her most recent Mini Zendo, which I think is beautiful. I have Mini Retro. I did not go into it. Like I bought this because I wanted to meet the delivery threshold, but let's see if Mini Love makes it to Natasha's mini faves. Hakuhodo B142 in first with R. I'm gonna tap that in the crease. Natasha follows a certain technique when it comes to applying eyeshadows, but I'm taking a moment here. I really love how that looks on its own, where she might apply a metallic first or a really heavy dosing of the deepest shade, and then she'll use a lighter matte to blend it out. I do, however, really like how this is looking so far. Just this color alone is gorgeous. Now with the matte Aubergine, tapping that on top. All right, we got good color translation. It's not looking gray or weird. Tapping, as I feel this is the best method to deposit the color evenly and to ensure that it does not turn muddy when we blend it out a little bit further. Using my Isom W23 brush to tap down more color here on the outer lid. Love with the finger. I'm just gonna use the Mini Love non-existent mirror, pulling it across, and ooh, that's a pretty color. Really smooth to the touch, very easy to blend. I mean, you don't have to do much at all. The color is there and it doesn't skip or do anything weird at all. Smith 253, true, I believe this icy pastel pink for inner corner highlight. The Aubergine shade on the outer lower lash line here. Love W21 to cut across the lash line here. Are the lilac shade grazing over both to create a nice haze under the eyes. Using my Chikuhodo eyeshadow brush that came in with the Blue Holiday set. It's like a fluffy, flat definer brush, but I like to whisk it through the edges here. I'm undergoing a little bit of unevenness with the Aubergine shade, but purples are very tough to formulate, and I find if you're having trouble with that, once you blend everything out, just go back in and tap onto the areas that need a little more shadow. All right, that's eye number 1. Not too bad. How about we go an easier route? We have the smoky here. I like to go in first with You, this really nice mauve type of a shade that definitely has the most texture. Oh, but that is shiny. It has the most texture out of all the shadows that exist in the palette, but that's pretty. I'm pulling it all across the lid here. That's nice. Taking Love, the metallic we applied on this lid, I now want to use it as a crease shade because I think we can get like a really like pink heavy monochromatic type of an eye here. And I really love how smooth it looks, but we're running into a little bit of trouble as I'm blending out Love. The You shade is flaking off. And I could imagine maybe the Danessa primer is not ideal for this type of a shade because it doesn't have the most tack to it. So I would recommend that if you wanted the most out of this shade here, that you use something with a little more grip in terms of your eye primer. In the meantime, I would only suggest to combat that is when you finish blending, it's just to tap on a little more to cover up those spots. Are the lilac matte shade I now want to put exclusively here down on the lower lash line just to see how that looks. I think that's this is probably my most favorite shade out of the palette. Lilac mauves that have warmth to them and don't look super gray. Hit me right here. True, the icy pink shade on the inner part of the lower lash line, and then using you on the inner part as well as the inner corner. But actually, why don't we use the Glow Impact powder for the inner corner of this eye? I could definitely detect a little more champagne, while the metallic shade from Mini Love is definitely more pastel pink. Esim's V09 brush with the Aubergine matte I wanted to use as a lash line deepener. Now you could take this so that it wings out, or you could just place it on the lash line to give it a little more smoke and contrast. I wanted to take on this step just to see how this matte behaves on a more textured metallic shade. I find if you tap it on and take your time, you actually can get really nice color there on top of that metallic mauve rose gold. Pulling it out here. That's actually quite nice. I don't want to go too crazy, but I do want it to create, you know, as two different looks as possible using the same palette, just so you could get an idea of the breadth of wear. All right, last but not least, we have the lipstick, and I'll apply some lashes in a minute. I know this is probably driving you crazy. I Need a Nude lipstick in Amorosa. Again, this retails for, I believe, $25? Yes, correct. A suggested shelf life of 18 months. Also made in Italy. 4 grams or 0.14 ounces of product. Oh, this is pretty. This is a pretty case. Amorosa is described to be perfect natural mauve lipstick shade to fit all skin tones. Amorosa. Oh, that could be something. Hold on. I also managed to grab a I Need a Nude lip liner, but let's apply this first. Not bad. Not bad. I like these a lot better than her limited I Need a Nude highlighter and lipstick release she did a few months back. Very consistent with the I Need a Nude formula. Smooth, creamy, color rich. I do want to pair it with the I Need a Nude liner, which is not included in her Love collection. These were released a few weeks back. I held off because I wanted to get all of them, and you know how you got to do it. You just gotta walk away. I picked up the shade Noah, and I thought this would be a good pairing because I love the actual lipstick Noah. It has a little bit of structure. It's not super contrasting that I have a distinct line around my lips. Not bad, not bad. Let's apply some mascara to complete the look. Here's a finished look of both eyes with the Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara on. We have our more smoky edition with the majority of the matte aubergine on the outer lid. And on this side, we have the duochrome shade on the majority of the lid, using the pink metallic as a crease shade and then relying on the aubergine matte for a nice smoky lash line. And here is the finished look, fam, using all items from Natasha's Mini Love collection. I have to say, I think it's more so, are you into these shades? Is monochromatic in nature, lilac, aubergine, pink, mauve, rose, gold. That's the overwhelming theme in this collection, and you have to decide if those are colors you will use frequently or not. If you don't like these colors at all, then I would say stay far away. That's more in regards to the Mini Love palette. I have to say, I think the most exciting piece of this collection is the Love Cheek Duo. Again, it's really nice to have 2 different textures in one palette, 2 instead of 4. If you felt like her cheek palettes from before were just a lot of product for you to use, you don't need 3 different highlighters. You know you'll only use 1. I think this is a great choice, especially if you gravitate toward these types of shades. I rather like the texture of the cream blush. It dried down a little bit. Again, I have a more dewy, luminous texture on my skin from the Shiseido foundation, which, although, as I spoke about in that video, is luminous in finish, has a little bit of grab on the skin, and I think these mesh well together. I don't think my skin looks greasy. It doesn't look too shiny or emollient. I do feel like my cheeks don't have texture on them, despite the fact that I applied not only this cream blush, but the Cream Glow Base from the original Love Glow palette. And I do really enjoy these shades. I love the Glow Impact color. I think, first of all, this embossing is gorgeous. And I kind of, died inside when I swatched it and sweep the brush on it. But I do think this is a really pretty shade. It has that duochrome finish. You could experiment with applying it more on the cheeks versus on the higher parts on the cheekbones, and just play around with the color and see how the shifts pick up on your face. Amorosa I like. I gotta say, mauve in tone, but not too overly cool. But let me know if you're deeper skin tone, if it's coming out more cool tone, or if you're lighter than me, how that looks. Let the fam know down below. But overall, I'm happy with how my look turned out. But again, this is a first impressions, more so to give you an opportunity to check out the swatches, also to see these products in action. So maybe you can start to formulate your own opinion and choice on whether these products are for you or not. Let me know if you plan to pick up any of these pieces, fam, from NATASHA's collection, if you're going to pass, or let us know down below any dupes in your own collection that we might have as well for the shades that I presented here, so we could use what we already have. I'll see you down in the comments, fam, and until then, that is alright. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I will see you on here again with another review tutorial. NATASHA DENONA extravaganza, monthly favorites, or nightly light chit chat. Take care, and I will see you again soon.